Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
You are listening to the Brilliance Business Show. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler. Conversations with leading experts in business. And today I have an incredible guest, Adam Strong. Adam is a business results strategist, and our topic today is success principles of Olympic athletes. Adam, welcome to the Brilliance Business Show.
Thanks very much for inviting me, Mark.
You're most welcome. It's great to have you on the show. And before we get started, I just want to make a legal disclaimer that Adam is not offering legal advice or legal assistance. So let's get started with the show. Adam, can you share with our listeners a little bit about yourself and your business?
Sure. So a little bit about me. My story is that I used to be a former elite athlete. I used to study and train with Olympic athletes. My discipline was in long distance running. So things like half marathons, 10 miles, those types of distances, which were kind of like my forte. And so at a very young age, I learned some very interesting success principles of Olympic winning athletes. I actually met my training partner, who is now the current world and Olympic world champion, Farah, and most people know who he is. And I essentially take those success principles, those success winning strategies, and help businesses create more results and help them to take them to the next level.
And I so agree with you, Adam. And visualization is one of those big principles, I would guess, because they visualize the race, winning it well before that race day. Am I correct in thinking that?
Absolutely, 100%.
So, Adam, tell us, who are your customers? Who are your clients? Who do you serve?
It's a good question, actually, Mark. So I guess the types of clients that I tend to work with, and even though I'm extremely picky about who I choose to work with, tends to be at the high end of the 5-figure stroke 6-figure business owner. And the reason why I work with those particular businesses is because those are what I found in being in business and being an entrepreneur, is that I found that there were some patterns in business, right? And some of the patterns are, for example, is that when typical businesses get stuck, they tend to get stuck at the VAT threshold, which is around the £80,000 mark, right? And they get stuck there, and then things start to kick in. Like, for example, limiting beliefs start to kick in, fear starts to kick in. A lot of business owners, when they get to that stage, are like, oh, if I charge VAT, my clients won't pay for it. I don't know if to expand. Do I need to take on new staff? How do I grow my business? Who do I bounce ideas off? And so one of the key things that I've found being in business is that this common pattern that business owners get stuck, and then they end up plateauing and they get a little bit complacent. And that's where I come into play. So this is where I come into play and help businesses grow and scale. Most of the clients that I work with are normally at the high end of 5 figures, if not 6-figure businesses. Although, actually, Mark, there has been companies in the past that I've worked with that are 7, if not 8-figure businesses as well.
And what really stands out to me there, Adam, is we all think, oh, once I get to this level, I've made it. But what's really standing out to me there is every level that you get to brings its own challenges and its own obstacles, and the line keeps on expanding of where you've got to go to.
Absolutely, 100%. And the thing is that each business has its own problems, bottlenecks and challenges, right? There's not like kind of I think that a lot of people are looking for kind of the secret sauce, or the secret recipe to be able to help them to go from where they are right now to where they want to where they want to go in terms of success. But there's no right answer to that, because we're all different, we all work differently. And so, and that's kind of what I wanted to kind of really say about that.
Do you recall a specific aha moment that led to the launch of your business?
An aha moment. I think it was probably back around, so I've been in business for about 15 years. I started off in the health and fitness industry, working in the world of sports performance and injury rehab, that kind of stuff, personal training. And it was only up until around 6-7 years ago that I woke up one day and I didn't feel myself. I wasn't really feeling myself in terms of, I just felt that I really kind of needed to make an impact on a much larger scale. Even though I love working one-to-one, don't get me wrong, I really enjoy working one-on-one. But the big problem with working on one is that, like, your time is very much focused on a small scale, right? And so one of the things that I did when I woke up is, for many years, in fact, for about 18 months to 2 years, I kind of woke up every morning feeling this emptiness and this sadness. I was frustrated because I couldn't get clarity. I didn't really know what was wrong. And so I started going to these seminars, I started going to conferences, and I started to become a sponge. And what a sponge does is he takes all of this wonderful knowledge and he starts to soak it all in, right? That's what sponges do. Because what I was doing is I was trying to find this clarity. And so I was hoping that from all of this information that I was going to in terms of the events, I was hoping to find that clarity, but it never happened for me. It really didn't happen for me. So shortly after that, about 18 months, 2 years down the line, I met my coach, my business coach, my first business coach. And I was always using excuses to not move forwards. So the two biggest excuses in anyone's life is normally time and money, right? So mine was money, okay? So I was always using money as an excuse not to move forwards, okay? Now, it's not that I didn't see the value in coaching, because I was already for me, I was already part of the coaching game from a very young age. However, I didn't really have the investment to invest in coaching. I could see the value in it. I could see that it could give me results, but I was just using these excuses. I wanted to try and find the answers. We all think that we've got the answers, Mark, right?
Yes.
And that's what I know it all does. They think that they know the answers, but they don't. I thought I did, but I didn't. And so what I came to realize is that when I invested in my business coach, which set me back way past 5 figures, by the way, so it really did stretch me. He helped me to really understand. What my strengths was, what I could bring to the table, and who I could help. So that was kind of for me. That was about sort of 6 years ago. That's where I really found my mojo, if you like. That's where I really found the kind of aha moment, if you like, to move myself from where I was there back then to where I am now.
You have made some great points there, Adam, as in investing in a coach, investing in yourself. And I have not met one person yet who is successful that does not invest in coaching. So, Adam, what really motivates you to jump out of bed every single morning?
I think what really gets me fired up more than anything else is, and I know this sounds like really, what's the word I'm looking for? It sounds really like everyone says that, but I really truly mean it. For me, it's about helping people. I love adding value to people's lives. I think what really gets me fired up is, in a way, like as a business results strategist, right? One of the things that I really enjoy doing is that, say, for example, you came to me, Mark, right? And you said, oh, Adam, I'm really suffering. I really need to grow my business, but I've tried this, this, and this, and this. And so you give me all of these things about what you've tried and that kind of stuff. And I'll be like, okay, Mark. What I will do is I will look top down. So I will look top down to see what's going on, right? What are all the key challenges and bottlenecks that you have in the business, even though you're telling me one thing and I might see another, right? And then I'll be like, okay, so have you tried this or have you considered this? Because what I found is that when you're in the trenches, right? When you're in the trenches and you're working in the business, your peripheral awareness goes right down. Okay? It means that you're it doesn't mean that you're stupid. It just generally means that actually, you're just unaware about what's going on. So therefore, okay, it makes complete sense to try and get some help to try and make sense about all of this, what I call mess.
And I was lucky enough to see you speak a short while ago, and it was just little things that you were speaking about that really made so much sense of just really prioritizing your time, and the tasks that need doing can make a massive impact to your business by really prioritizing what can you outsource. Should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? So I found your talk really inspiring. Adam, can you share? You're very welcome. Can you share what sets your business apart and what unique need are you filling for your customers?
Well, I think my big USP for me really is, as I mentioned to you, being a former elite athlete and studying and training with Olympic athletes. For me, I've got some of the key success principles or success strategies that entrepreneurs need or business owners need, right, in order to grow a business. And so you will agree with me, and I'm sure a lot of your listeners will agree that sport and business, though they're very much correlated in terms of success principles. And so what sets me apart from my competition is, number one is, for me, is I bring those success principles and bring them into the business world. So then you're able to then think faster, go faster, go stronger, collaborate and get faster results. Because for me, results is probably one of the things that really gets me fired up.
Why is your service especially important in today's modern world, Adam?
Why is my service so important? Well, I think that every business owner and entrepreneur, everyone wants results, right? So I think that really kind of says it all, really. If I'm absolutely 100% honest with you, Mark, everyone wants results. I'm not for everybody. I can tell you that for sure. And it's okay. I'm happy with that. But the thing is, for me, is that I'll work harder for my clients than they work for themselves. So that's kind of, for me, that's why everyone needs to have a coach or a mentor in their life more than anything else. But two is really to be able to go out and ask for help is a sign of strength and not a sign of weakness, and stop using excuses or what I call excusitis to prevent you from moving forwards. So I just kind of that to me is, probably the main ones I would say.
And I'd like to add to that a little bit, Adam, because I do know your story, and you also talk a little bit about burnout, working yourself too hard, and the importance of self-care. So for me, what stands out, what's really important with your service is really taking that self-care so that you don't burn out and then you go on to get results without having to burn yourself out in the process. Would you agree with me there?
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, if you don't look after yourself, your body, then at the end of the day, that's going to have repercussions on the way you do business with people, right? That's the bottom line. So yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Can you share a few more details on the kind of services and products that you offer?
Okay, well, some of the things that I offer. So I have quite a lot of things working on the online space. So like I said, like most of the things with me, to work with me, like coaching wise or mentoring wise, obviously it's a premium service. So what we do is we offer a variety of different, should we say, we call them products or solutions. We call them solutions, right? From an online program, for example, right now, we're doing one thing that we're doing, which I'm really super excited about right now, is I'm doing a 10-day productivity enhancement challenge. So this is a great thing, by the way, because we've got 26 different business owners and entrepreneurs, mainly at that 5-figure, 6-figure mark. And they've got a whole variety of different challenges and bottlenecks. And so what we're doing is I've created a series of topics and a 7-step methodology to help them to take them from where they are right now to where they want to go. And from there, my goal for them really is to, number one, is to get some great feedback, because it's the first time we're doing the challenge. So next time we do it, we obviously going to charge a little bit more money for it, but we're going to adapt it and make it better for next time, right? So we can really kind of sharpen the tools and make it even streamlined than what it is already. So that's just like, for me, I love doing the challenges, Mark. I think it's fantastic. We deliver a lot of our stuff through a private Facebook group, and we put up a variety of different videos with our panel of experts. And we have a workbook that people work through and things like that. And 10 days is a nice duration to really take things to the next level. And then we've got like some signature programs. I mean, I'm speaking. I've got my own private members club, which we have a variety of different speakers. So you probably heard the terminology, you are who you hang around with the 5 most common people. So, that's what I've got going on right now.
Now, I would imagine you have all sorts of client success stories. What is one that really stands out in your mind?
Oh God, I've got quite a few, actually. I mean, it's interesting because testimonials to me and reviews are probably, they're so important, because testimonial based marketing really, they really sell you rather than you having to sell yourself, type of thing. Yeah. So I think for me, this is a really good testimonial that really stands out for me, from a really good friend of mine who is a executive coach. He also works as an organizational development trainer, and he's also an international speaker. So he speaks in the specialist area. And I'll just quickly read out what he said to me. And he said, Adam is an exceptional talent who strategically identifies and attacks productivity killers like a surgeon. His genuine and straightforward approach persifies his commitment to elevating the personal and professional greatness of his clients. Highly recommended.
Well, I think that speaks for itself, Adam. That saves you having to answer the question straight from the horse's mouth. Now, how do clients typically hear about you, and are there certain life moments that usually lead to them seeking you out?
Typically, most clients would see me in the online space through a lot of the video stuff that I'm doing. So I do a lot of stuff on video. I love doing some Facebook Lives. The other things is, obviously, I do a lot of great speaking as well. So I speak all over the world as an international speaker. I've been featured in a variety of different magazines on the front page of the magazines, Global Man magazine, and there was a few other magazines that I mentioned as well. So it's been a real privilege to get some great exposure, right? And I'd like to think that when I'm gone, that I've really made an impact with people in the world.
And I saw a picture of you on social media, actually, with John Travolta. Am I right in remembering that?
Yes, you are. Absolutely.
I find your work fascinating. Is there anything we did not cover that you would like to share?
Good question. I don't think so. That's a very good question. No, I don't think so. I think what I wanted to share was everything. But I'm happy to connect with any of your listeners if they're they would like to connect with me on social media, and happy to have a conversation. I always like to try and help and add value to people any way, shape or form I can.
So please, can you share how people can follow you, how people can connect with you, the best way for them to reach out?
Absolutely. Well, my website is adamstrong.net. So that's my website. Or alternatively, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, which are my 3 main platforms that I'm on as well. So feel free to contact me through those communications.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.